How you doing, guys? Professor EDC with another BLADE-OSOPHY Sunday, and today I want to talk about a very interesting question that was given to me by a subscriber. And the subscriber asked me, would you change your life back the way it was before YouTube? What a wonderful question. Because there's just so much to talk about and so much to think about. And you might relate to this when you look back at a certain period in your life, and that you hadn't noticed how good you had it. Of course, it brings back this movie by Jack Nicholson and Helen Hunt, As Good as It Gets. Wonderful, wonderful movie. When he asks, I remember that scene when he asks right there in the waiting room before going into the psychiatrist, what if this is as good as it gets? And that's the whole thing. We don't notice how good we have it sometimes. And I have to think about this. And you know, before YouTube, I was teaching children and teaching teachers. I was a consultant, and I had a steady and what you might call it, a secure wage, a paycheck coming in every 15 days. And I was out in nature, in gardens every day, every single day, using the few blades I had, and back then I had more knives than folding knives, and so it didn't matter. You know, now that I look back, I have more blades, both knives and folders, but I use them less. Why? Because everything has changed. And when I look back, I had so many things that many a times I took for granted. And that's what I want to talk about today. How we just let life slip away and not see all the good that we have in the moment. As I have mentioned before, one of the things that this COVID thing and economy and all that has brought into my life was this gratitude value back into my life, and the importance of gratitude, at least for me. As I am grateful that I can earn enough to put a plate with food on my table, to be able to pay rent, and all of these things I didn't even really think about when I was earning 10 times more than I am today, or even more, as I am barely getting by today. But you see, I never thought about that. I never thought about, because I only saw the problems that were in front of me, and just didn't really grab a hold of the big picture back then. And this question posted upon me really made me look back, and taking gratitude into consideration nowadays, I have to be grateful for what I have today, and but also realize how good I had it. And not only that, because it is not a matter of would I change my life back, that I already know that's impossible. So answering the question doesn't have answer in that sense, but it does have an answer as to this moment. I cannot let this moment go by the same way as that moment in the past. Because I can say, well, answering the question or trying to answer the question, hypothetically, yes, I would love to change my life back the way it was, but with the knowledge that I have now. And, well, that's just not possible. Nevertheless, what I can do is take a good look at my life right now and value it. Take a look at my blades and value them. It's been a pretty big effort. They have costed me work, and a lot of work. And though I can't use them as I was able to in the past, I can appreciate them and try to use them in different ways, as I will try to do so. But that takes me to another place, and that place is appreciation. To appreciate the time that I've been given, the life that I have, the people that surround me, still, the things that I have, the things that I don't have, as I strive for them and they become a fuel in order to keep on finding meaning. And I not only talk about blades, of course, I am talking about blades as well, but not only. But for example, peace of mind. That's something I'd like to reach. Yeah, I'd love to find a way to, at some point, buy a König Aries or a Shiro Quantum or a Custom. Or just something different. Like this Spyderco, how do you pronounce Southard? I think from the designer Brad Southard, I think is pronounced. Forgive me if it's not. Fantastic blade. I think it's my favorite Spyderco so far. Love the thing. And I traded it for an Atom. It wasn't such a good trade because the person left out certain information, certain scratches, pretty nasty scratches on the blade, and he just left out that information and tricked me. But I love the blade, and I can appreciate it as a whole, even though it has those scratches, even though I was tricked, even though it wasn't in the end such a great trade, but I can still, there are all of these even those, but I can still appreciate this blade, and how I can say right now, this is right now probably my favorite Spyderco. And so learning to appreciate is very important in life, I think. Learning to appreciate or reappreciate the past, and looking into the past and notice differences, but also not looking separately, but looking as a whole, past, present, and future, so that we don't lose ourselves in so many things that are really not that important. And yes, for example, yes, it has these scratches. Yes, this person did wrong, but I love this thing, and I'm glad I have it. Yes, I had it bad. Yes, it was tough dealing with bureaucracy of schools and all that, but I had it really good. And right now, yes, it's difficult. Yes, reality has changed. Yes, many things, but I still have it good. I still can buy my medicine. I still can buy food. I still can put a roof over my head, and I can still keep most of my collection. I do have to sell from time to time, and in the end, it is an investment for me, because whenever it's needed, I can just sell them and keep on going with life and appreciating that which I have, and that which I don't, that becomes a fuel. Well, that's it for today, guys. So my invitation is, take a good look at your lives, what you have right now and what you don't, and be thankful, be grateful for what you have and what you don't. Yes, there are many things we can complain about. Absolutely, I can understand. But there are so many other things as well that we can be thankful for. And I may not have a Shiro Quantum or a Koenig Aries, but I can do with what I have, and I would be happy if it came to that. Have a great week. Hope you guys are all well, and see you next time. Professor EDC out.